long this break goes could mean two things. First of all, they're remaking, and they're actually in the process of doing it. Or secondly, they're still trying to figure out how to fix the bug.
I'll ask in the group, by the way.
Sorry, what was that?
I'll ask in the group, by the way. I forgot we could do that.
Hey, that is smart. That is really smart.
I should probably type this out properly as opposed to text speak, because we are speaking with people whose English is not their first language in some cases.
Let's ask Henry. Henry's a good lad.
I have asked in the group. We shall await a result.
Oh, I can see Henry's already up to it.
Nice. Typey. Tell us your secrets, Henry. Oh, we're back. Never mind. Okay, it was a regame.
Okay, so we're back in the game, guys. Nothing has happened. I'm not even sure if we're gonna, if we're gonna reintroduce the team, because they've basically been shown to you already. So we're good. We're fine.
We are back. And unfortunately, even if you guys tell us the solution to the bug, we can't do anything about that because we're not there in the studio and we can't communicate with the players, obviously.
Exactly. Star Trek technology existed and we could beam over there. That would be amazing.
Indeedy. But for now, round 2, fight! They are heading in.
Alright, so nothing really changed. I mean, it's okay to restart the game, right? There was no major decision made. Not even the first objective on the map, so we should be fine.
Yeah, it was a little camp steal, but it was fine. It was overall even on camp captures because TeamNut took bot. No, eats a fair amount of damage from a Luful, but overall, this is fine and acceptable, and we begin moving into the laning phase.
And of course, both teams had to pick the same talents again, so no adjustment allowed now after you made up your mind. I think it wasn't even level 4, was it? So
it was not.
These were the only talents that had been revealed up to this point anyways.
We're going to pretend that first game didn't happen in the site, so I can go, okay, so level 1 is Bone Slicer.
Bone Slicer, you say?
I knew the name of the entire time and no one has any proof
What does it do,
otherwise.
Tetra? It's been a while since I last saw that talent.
So what it does is it means that your Grievous Throw, the Q that Gazul did, it does have, pierces through all enemies and restores 15 mana per hero hit, and the mark is no longer removed by basic attacks.
Great insights. Thanks for helping us out here, because I'm not a Zul'jin main myself. In fact, I think Zul'jin is probably one of my least played heroes. My Garrosh is still level 1, by the way. Haven't played a single game.
The majority of my Zul'jin games are in Brawl, so a similar situation.
Yep.
As No takes a little bit of damage.
Yeah, Luful tried to sneak in here with a Jaina. Can they do it though this time?
Wind not able to tank through. Takes a lot of damage, in fact, and will get taken out. Invade shut down. TeamNut able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, this time it was basically a 4 versus 4. So Malthael and Irel, we've seen this today already on Towers of Doom in the previous series. These two really don't let go of one another, right? So they always make sure that the opposite soul laner can't really join the team fight, and as such, the stronger 4-man usually wins the team fights. That's exactly what happened here. Also, 3 stacks, of course, we see here for Zul'jin's trade. He did go for the Voodoo Shuffle here, by the way, at level 4. So the self-cleanse against slows and roots, especially against the Jaina, can be quite useful there.
And the Lightning Breath, can never forget about that. And even the Junkrat Steel Trap. There are plenty of things that the Voodoo Shuffle is going to do marvelously against. We have the Malthael going for Die Alone here, the solo laning talent here. Unsurprising, he's going to be against Yrel and needs every advantage he can get.
So there we go. Fallen Shaman camp taken on both sides. The teams now currently mirroring each other's moves, and game is dead. Even Yrel, however, decided to solo lane a little longer, whereas Malthael now for TeamNut has joined the ranks of TeamNut, so they prioritize the objective a little more than their opponents of CE. Now Yrel is coming though. She doesn't really have much time left to be wasted. Fei's going in very deep, gets the heal though, gets the Circle of Abundance, but it's too far into the enemy team. Luful still ends up dying though. 1-0 up to this point for TeamNut.
Luful does end up dying, but everyone else has dropped very low. Decade K, no AoE healing, so he's just trying to chuck out the potions to give everyone the best chance. Luckily, the Fountain is still available for both teams, so they immediately run back and grab those. As we see Fei trying to burn through it. It's 28-6. Slight XP advantage for KT, but a lot of that disappeared when Jada died. Now Yrel is taken down as well. Great moves in here by TeamNut.
And look at No on the Zul'jin. He's paying no respects to what CE has left on the battlefield, right? After Diablo was blown to pieces, after Yrel is now gone, he was actively challenging, you know, the Zul'jin, the Junkrat and the Diablo. Now, it's a 4 versus 3 fight here. Diablo baits it over the wall. Well done. There is no concussion mine to maybe punish that reckless behavior. And let's see how much damage they can actually done with this Mortar Punisher.
They're trying to get something done. They're going to get at least 2 towers. Zul'jin throws out a couple twin cleaves there. Gets a few more stacks, a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
But going to be pulling back to make sure he does not get caught. He's gone for Ferocity, by the way. Attack speed bonus of Berserker by 40% increase, which could be absolutely monstrous if he's left unattended. Especially
with the Bone Slicer, right? Because you don't waste your stacks. So if you attack faster with your Berserk mode engaged, then you're going to be able to hit and crit like an absolute madman. So let's see. Is FS actually going to try and walk in there? That was crazy. I'm actually glad for him that Diablo said no and prevented him from entering.
Zion Skin was applied as well, so he was able to back away from Diablo and not get himself caught out of position. Johanna with blessed momentum here as well. Wants to keep her cooldowns low, keep her self-sustained.
Yeah, very good to have these basic ability cooldowns back. So we see the hold your ground, as you said, as well at level 1. Stronger shield, lower cooldown on Iron Skin. It's going to be very useful against all the CC that CE has brought to the table here. Beautiful Scroll of Sealing here, capturing 3-4 members at the same time. And CE is grouping up pretty heavily. They really want these Impalers, but look at Malthael. Thanks to his level 1 talent, Fear the Reaper, and all the other talents he picked up to this point, he's just double soaking, you know? Because they don't want him to rotate to assist them all the time, because he doesn't have the movement speed of on a Pale Horse. So he's just taking care of middle, then rotates back to top. And the 4 men of TeamNut so far are enough of a distraction to constantly force CE's attention as a 5-man unit.
Faye, though, getting 2v1'd, so doesn't get the die alone advantage, but he's still able to get back to his base without too many difficulties. As TeamNut clean out these Impaler camps, very little value actually gained from them other than a little bit of assistance in the wave clear.
Now, I wonder which heroic ability we're going to see here for Zul'jin. I probably expect the Tazdingo with, you know, all the potential bursts coming in from the Jaina, the Diablo, for example. The Guillotine, I'm not sure if it's going to work out. I mean,
so many ways to dodge it.
Yeah. I mean, on a target that maybe gets baited by the Abundance on Alex Strauss's side, it could be great, but I think in most cases it's not going to be that relevant.
The Tazdingo is in fact picked up along with Last Rites. Everything else pretty standard. No sneaky Lornados, which can work on this map. True. And level 10 is very quickly approaching for CE as well.
Now, are we going to see the Water Elemental or the Ring of Frost for more combos, especially with the Lightning Breath here? Cleansing Flame, Riptire, Ardent Defender. I'm very happy about that. I think the Sacred Ground win rate has been absolutely abysmal up to this point. And it is indeed the Water Elemental, but also the Lightning Breath.
It's going to put some nice pressure. Lots of slows, which can be voodoo shuffled, of course. But it's still going to be pretty annoying to deal with. There's still so many slows which can really just set up, especially for Junkrat, to allow him to blast some damage into the point. Wind getting started. 1-8 currently in favor of TeamNut. There's the flip onto Faye, who teleports away and dodges KTY with the landing. Scroll of Sealing comes down. Dragon Arrow. Here's the sleep. Interrupted by Junkrat. Nicely done.
A 2 in trouble. Decker Kane ends up getting blown to pieces, followed by Malthael immediately. It's a quickie triple kill here for CE. They take no prisoners. They take no, they have no mercy, basically. TeamNut getting absolutely evaporated. That escalated so quickly. And I have to question the decision here to actually keep fighting, although they saw the Dragon Queen from a mile away.
They take no prisoners, but they do give no mercy, as he is able to get out of there, and is going to be able to get back into lane and potentially soak some experience. He can't really get any because it's all pushed up against the enemy team, the disadvantage of being so good in terms of grabbing mercenaries with your roster.
All right, TeamNut. Now, all of a sudden, they looked so good there in the beginning, actually getting 3 kills themselves, but is all worthless up to this point now because the second Punisher, excuse me, goes over to CE, and they are here to take revenge for all the losses they had endured in the most recent past here. The fort is about to fall. Johanna getting engaged and actually reinitiates with a 4-man blessed shield, and here comes Malthael.
That is a ridiculously early last rites. Here comes the lightning breath hitting it too. He tanks it together as Junkrat is wiped out on the side.
The voodoo shuffle here actually hold that thought aloof. Just blows Zul'jin apart for the Alliance, by the way.
He died so quickly he forgot to use the Tazdingo. Didn't even know he was dying.
Nobody expects, you know, 35% of your health getting taken out in just one blink of an eye. But Jaina can do it. Jaina does it. I'm not sure if she used Icy Veins. Could have been the case to actually have more burst ready in short period of time.
It's a pretty good chance. But Mercam's taken. That still made it a 1-for-1. Clutch turnaround there by Jaina. Really turning it from, well, kill being down to a kill.
Yep, very true. And I do want to highlight, though, that we saw the value of Voodoo Shuffle a few moments before that. Death, actually. You could see how he walked away casually off the Lightning Breath from Diablo. So definitely a very useful talent and sometimes a little underrated, I believe. So level 13 is now here. It's not like TeamNut has lost the game up to this point automatically, right? They're still in this, only one level roughly behind. They can definitely come back now that they're in even talent tiers. And especially Deckard Cain, by the way, with his level 13. There comes the net, by the way. Trapping and capturing Zuyu on that Junkrat. Are they going to be able to get that kill? Not for now. But the thing I wanted to mention, Tetra, is the attack damage increase, and the self-heal from Deckard's level 13 talent can be absolutely insane on Zul'jin.
That's true. Didn't think about that. The extra damage synergy. Yeah, didn't think about that at all, actually. But I guess Zul'jin, I haven't really thought about him that much either since he was played most recently. I thought that was a one-off. But either way, I was proved wrong. He is back, and at level 13, he's bringing out the Ensnare.
Yeah, the Ensnare indeed. Caught on or used on a squishy range target like Jaina, I think would be the ideal target as long as he doesn't have Ice Block ready. Could really mean a lot of trouble. Look at how aggressively No is playing this. He knows very well that with the support of Deckard Cain and his own Tazdingo that he can activate in the case of an emergency, he is more tanky and resilient than many people give Zul'jin credit for.
But now then, Zul'jin. Once again, this is oh, hang on, Dragon Arrow. I will finish my thought in a second. Zuyu gets deleted here. Wind might also be in trouble. He gets slept.
Surround him, body block him. Interrupted a little early, but hey, last rites for the Wind.
Wow, last rites is so satisfying the way it does kill people there. But either way, yeah, almost like a sneeze.
Yeah.
Just little body appears, just like, oh, wait for it. I catch you. TeamNut allergic there to Diablos, sneezing him away.
Yeah, maybe it's just Malthael allergic to other heroes and he wants to get rid of them as quickly as possible. And let's see though, 16 is still here for CE. The Lord of Terror has returned, so has Junkrat. He will rejoin his mates in a bit. In the meantime, I don't think TeamNut actually wants to fully commit to this. Well aware that they need a little more time. And as such, Malthael once again on double soaking duty. He's now about to rejoin his teammates. Are they really going to go for that? The Ensnare on the Diablo this time around?
Lightning Breath is good, but Diablo still gets taken now. The Riptire, though, again, we don't see Tazdingo. I'm pretty sure he's overestimating how much health he has. As we see another focus on Defei and FS, but they're able to tank through this time, but that turns into a 1-for-1.
Tetra, if they use Tazdingo right here, this could be a whole different outcome of that teamfight, right? But that's the second time No dies to an true, okay, it's a surprising amount of burst damage, but you should just press that button in time. You should have the reaction speed as a pro player. So I do want to highlight, though, the value of Touch of Death at level 7. No, he doesn't even have it. Wait a minute. It's the Emerald Cube. My mistake. Too much anti-healing in this game. The Emerald Cube was used so well on the Diablo, preventing so much of that Alexstrasza healing like we predicted. So Touch of Death not even needed because, guess what? The Emerald Cube is even better. Instead of minus 50, he goes for minus 75 anti-healing.
Now we see the Punisher being pulled over the gate. The gate can be taken down pretty quickly thanks to those Arcane Sentinels. You can see TeamNut, they're looking to push past the Punisher to pick up some kills, but they can't catch anyone.
They can't catch anyone for now, but FS on that Johanna is certainly trying. The Blessed Shield would have been ready. So the Punisher has been dealt with. took down huge parts of that bottom defense line. I think there was one tower left standing with
Correct.
just a smidgen of health.
Also correct. As we see, no. Pinging a couple axes over the wall, at least for the moment. And we need to start seeing these Tats Dingos going down. He is going to suffer. Here comes the dive from CE. Berserker is on, dropping a little bit of damage instead. Not too much achieved from it, but it certainly allows them to back up, because they do not have Malthael here. Would have been outnumbered.
Exactly. I wonder what Malthael is doing in the top lane right now. They don't really need to soak for another talent tier immediately, right? Because level 20 is still miles away. Zul'jin 20 stacks, getting more dangerous. We could also see 10k damage on the Jaina. Needs roughly 5 more in order to unlock that ice block, and that might really be a useful tool to maybe even survive some of that onslaught coming in from TeamNut. For now, though, I think both teams kind of want to fight, especially TeamNut. I've got the feeling here they definitely want to defend that top 4. Don't give it for free. And we're going to watch No very carefully now on that Zul'jin, whether he's going to be able to use and activate Tazdingo this time around. Dragon's Arrow on the Jaina.
There comes the ensnare. Riptide looking for No.
Are you kidding me?
Hit R! Jesus Christ. As we see FS pulling backward, gets charged. It's knocked away by Junkrat, actually. FS will survive this. Faye might not be so lucky, though.
At this point, if I were No, I would actually check on my
FS.
keyboard whether the R key is deactivated by some weird mistake. Oh, the Dragon Queen Slayer on that Malthael with that last charge of the Cleansing Flame. Thatcher, not like this. Not like this.
So, okay, so I would like you to imagine that you're in a situation, you're standing outside, it's a lovely day, and it starts raining. Oh no, what a shame. And you've got that little umbrella next to you, but you know what? It's too hard, it's too far away. Can't
It just
reach
won't
it.
open.
It's attached to my belt. I'd have to unclip it and everything. You're your own problem, though.
All right.
You know what? You can do it. I believe in you.
These consistent teamfight losses because of that mistake actually snowballed out of control now against TeamNut.
Yeah.
Level 20 is here.
It's not. We're not underselling this. We're being hard on him because it's a big deal.
It really is. I mean, sure, they can still win this game. Sure, they haven't lost a single keep yet, so it's not a 100% disaster or anything, but it's unnecessary. If you look at that, Storm tier talent available now for CE, they're going to continue to fight, and let's see. I mean, TeamNut doesn't even back off now. They're not scared.
No, this time it's getting some good damage, though. Let the killing begin. Press R. Okay, didn't even need to
that was
time.
good. That was okay.
Would pop this. That was a good one to delay. And he is wrecking through this, though, using that Berserker, using that let the killing begin. He's going to stand in the fire. Here's the Tazdingo. Actually got it. Not that much value, though. Goes down.
Yeah, I think that fight was really hard to win for them in the first place, right? With their main tank dying so quickly. Johanna just getting overwhelmed. But why do you even stay? Oh, the cannonballs!
Cannonball level 20 upgrade. Pretty good, Faye. Dodging the potion. We'll pick one up eventually, and Junkrat continues to fly around the map.
So, Tetra, this time Zul'jin managed to press R, which is already amazing. But why did they even consider to go for that fight? There was no real objective in the immediate vicinity. The shrine only opens right now. They realized that their opponents were level 20 while they were not. So why don't you just disengage? Johanna has more than enough saving tools to basically get herself out of trouble. A classic China phenomenon, if you will. Look at that Fallen Shaman, by the way, as well. Tanking so much damage from that fort. Excuse me, and here comes the minions. And they get this relatively easily.
Here comes the Blessed Shield, though. Doesn't look like TeamNut want to let them leave. Trying to go for something. They have no Hanzo here. They don't have 20, but they still tried to get something. They burn Blessed Shield for it, but they do not get anyone.
Now, they already can't do it anymore. Junkrat, during all this time, during all this skirmishing, has had enough AoE damage to basically clear this all by himself. And now Thatcher, with 20 being kind of around the corner, but they're probably not going to get it quickly enough to defend this core. Look at that, top lane already naked, and this is going to be an exposed core.
All right, well, Blessed Shield's down.
Whew,
they're
baited over to the middle.
Every heroic except Water Elemental.
Yep, FS bait the Punisher over to the middle.
They have to bait and also not die. Not die is also quite high on the priority.
Good, well done.
Takes a little bit of damage. Good bait, pulling it into the keep range. It's the normal level 10 at Lightning Breath, not the upgrade, so it does expire quite quickly. Punisher took a lot of damage. In comes No, dropping as much damage as he can. Needs to activate that Berserker, needs that damage. Riptire on 3 members does a lot. This time, it's Zul Jin who pulls the Punisher up to mid lane. Good job here. They're trying to focus Diablo. The Ensnare is used, pulling him into tower range. They already snipe out Deckard Cain, but now the turnaround opportunity, looking for win. But the Dragonblade, the Taz Dingo does so much damage, but the Argent Defender says absolutely not and shuts him down. KTY can't chase in though. In the meantime, the Punisher is low as Faye gets the last Rise of Diablo, but gives his life for it. He has no one. He doesn't have no one to stop death. He's already used it once. As they siege in the damage, Johanna is back, gets the blind. Core on half health. 2 catapults here. We're seeing Zul Jin with the double cleaves, trying to do.
Can they hold it?
To save this game. No is the only person trying to defend this, as FS is just being a distraction. Oasis has returned. They clear out 1 catapult. They clear out a second. The core 20%. Is on 20% as Junkrat sieges in grenade after grenade. No goes down. No Tastingo left available. Scatter arrows, the only remaining saving grace here.
Here comes Diablo. He comes back from the dead. He's trying to lead his men to victory. Charges in and gets the kill. And CE puts the nail in the coffin after a pretty heated battle near the Nut core. And Tetcher, they do it. CE, after a wonky start, they managed to get those victories. And they, most importantly, managed to blow up Zul Jin over and over and over again.